received an invitation from the Pakistani government to observe, and as always, the role is to assess the entire electoral process with regard to its meeting the standards, the international standards, and of course also the own legislative framework of Pakistan with regard to these elections.
In the case of Pakistan, it's particularly significant because it's only in the last few years that Pakistan has ratified the key human rights treaty that include election obligations.
It's the first democratic elections they have where you're actually proceeding from one democratically elected government to the next. So that's a historical moment for Pakistan.
For the first time, we were very happy, and that would really strengthen democratic process in Pakistan. And we hope that this process continues in future also, so that the people of Pakistan could reap the fruits of democracy.
We have a core team of 11 people plus 52 long-term observers in different parts of the country. We also have 46 short-term observers who have just come to Islamabad and are currently undergoing some training and briefing, and then will be deployed to the field. In total on election day will be approximately 140 people, because in addition to the people I've just mentioned, we'll also have some members of the European Parliament and their staff.
Well, we're fortunate in the European Union that we get a very good mix of nationalities. And what that actually means on the ground is that we can pair up observers from different countries and different backgrounds to work together. And that ensures a balanced analysis.
So I think most Pakistanis are welcoming the fact that the European Union mission is a multi-country mission. And I think it has a lot of credibility because there is no political agenda attached to the European Union Observation Mission.
Having an election observation mission in Pakistan is challenging for various reasons. The most significant reason is, of course, the security situation that unfortunately there is in certain parts of the country. We always need our observers to be able to go out and to work independently, to be meeting with a wide variety of people, seeing things for themselves. In some parts of Pakistan, it just wouldn't be possible for our observers to do that, so of course we can't go to those places. So it limits the information that we have.
In Pakistan, we have a different challenging environment. The women and the men, they vote in separate polling stations. So therefore we have to adapt our methodology a little bit and have some special measures in place, like special forms in Urdu. We can point at the women commissioners to help us filling in the forms.
We're looking at the freedom of expression, for example, if political parties they are allowed to campaign without any hindrance from the authorities, and whether the election administration is working in a neutral fashion.
The main purpose of the media monitoring is to assess whether the campaign in the media is conducted within the legal framework, whether all candidates and parties standing for election are gaining equal and equitable coverage, and whether the voters are gaining impartial and various information in order to make an informed choice on election day.
The violence here in Pakistan surrounding the election campaign is, of course, it's condemnable, it's terrible, it's tragic that innocent people are paying with their lives and their limbs, suicide bombings, etc. At the same time, I think it's testimony to the will, the interest, and the strength of democracy in a country like Pakistan, that you're still going ahead, you're holding elections. I think in many countries people would say by now, no, this is too much violence, too many threats, we're not going to vote.
try to assess if the voters have a good understanding of the process, if they know where they go and vote, if they know how they can vote, if they have the capacity to choose by themselves their candidate, if they have been informed in advance. And we also pay attention to the polling staff understanding of the process.
We have assessed this election process to be competitive and improved despite militant violence and procedural shortcomings.
We now have a system in place with development assistance programs through the Instrument of Stability, through the various geographic programs, where we can follow up and try to improve on some of the standards that we use in evaluating the elections. So this makes it an ongoing and continuous process where we essentially follow not just the elections which take place at a given point, but the whole political process